Hey, what's up guys, Matt from Midge HD here. Before I get into this review, next week I won't be able to produce any videos. I will be in Sydney for the last Air New Zealand 767 flight. I'll be spending about 4 days away from home. So I'll be doing spotting over there, so I have a lot of content when I come back. But I'm running out of content fast, and I know I should be doing my reviews. I don't get much time at home right now, but you know, I want to get these reviews out, and I need some content for next week while I'm away, because I won't have anything for about 4 days. So I need to get as many done as possible, keep you guys entertained. I'll have a lot more content when I come back, but I want to keep my reviews up to date. I want to get well ahead of where I am now, and I'm so far behind. Anyway, let's get into this review. This is the KLM 777-300ER in the Orange Pride livery by JC Wings in a 1 to 200 scale. Please check the description in case you missed anything throughout this video. My Facebook, Twitter and Instagram links will be down there. I pre-ordered this from collectibleaircraftwingsaustralia.com.au. Their link will be down in the description. This is my 43rd 777 model, and it's my 5th KLM model. Some information about KLM. Their operations base is out of Amsterdam in the Netherlands. Main hub is Amsterdam Schiphol. They were founded on the 17th of October 1919, and it's the world's oldest airline. Their fleet as of the 19th of March 2017 consists of 116 aircraft, 28 are 777s, and 15 of which are 777-200ERs, 13 are 777-300ERs, and they have one 777-300ER unfilled order. They serve 145 destinations worldwide, and their current 777-300ER routes are from Amsterdam to Accra, Bangkok, Cape Town, Dar es Salaam via Kilimanjaro, Denpasar via Singapore, Guayaquil via Quito, Jakarta via Kuala Lumpur, Johannesburg, Lima, Manila via Taipei, New York JFK, Panama City, Rio de Janeiro, Santiago via Buenos Aires, Sao Paulo Guarulhos, and Shanghai Pudong. This aircraft's first flight was on the 24th of January 2008 and delivered to KLM on the 12th of February 2008. The Boeing customer code for KLM is 06. So let's take a look around the box here. So it's a very nice looking box to represent the model. Orange and blue. On the back of the box, it's just a blue back. We have the Boeing license, the warnings, Collectible Aircraft Wings Australia sticker down there. It's got their website, if you may be able to read it, but as I said, the link is in the description. JC Wings logo and their Facebook page. On the top of the box and on the bottom. Alright, so let's take a look inside the box now. There's the model. Alright guys, so the model is now out of the box, but before we get on to the details of the aircraft, this is amazing what you get. This is the first time we have ever received a tug with a 1 to 200 scale aircraft, or at least a die-cast aircraft. And it's obviously KLM. This is KJ. So this is it's really a neat thing. Let's check if the wheels. Wheels, oh yeah, they do roll. Two of them don't. They look like they're probably glued to the point where they don't roll. But the front two roll. Well, when I say front two, I mean down by the cabin here, the driving cabin. But that's really cool. It looks really detailed. And what I'll do for this review is I will put the tug at the front of the aircraft. So you see where I'll just show you right here. This bit here, this big hole right here. That's where the wheels basically sit on. So you just lift the aircraft up a bit, and they just sit in there like that. So the tug can maneuver the nose wheel. Anyway, now let's get into this model. Alright, so we have the Skyteam logo because KLM is a member of Skyteam, which is a group of 20 airlines. Air France's KLM, because that's the parent group. This has an ETOPS rating. I am unable to see what it says. The writing is actually too small. When this is displayed, obviously, in the video, it may be easier to see. But right now, I cannot make out what it says. I suspect it'd be either 180. It looks to be 180. It looks like the first number is a 1, so I'm guessing it's 180. Or it could be 240. But most likely 180. KLM, Royal Dutch Airlines titles, and also the aircraft name. Okay, was focused properly. Aircraft name is National Park de Hoge Veluwe. Now that's obviously in Dutch. It's a Dutch national park in the province of Gelderland and is approximately 70 kilometers southeast of Amsterdam. It is approximately 55 square kilometers in area, consisting of heathlands, sand dunes and woodlands. And right there we have the inboard landing lights, the realistic inboard landing lights. So they're kind of making them like the 747s now. They're placing like a little plastic, clear plastic piece to simulate a real looking landing light. Very, very detailed engine. This is the General Electric GE90-115B. KLM logo on the engine, so you can see the markings right here. So these two grey lines, that's the splits. This middle piece here, which is the cowling, this whole thing together is the nacelle, but this middle bit is the cowling, and that is what slides back to open up the reverse thrust, so the so it can push the bypass air forward for reverse thrust, and that piece is called the translating cowl. So I love how they've recently updated the engine mold to include those markings. It's a lot more realistic. And this tug is going to be a hassle, but I'm just going to leave it there because it keeps moving around. Inside the engine, it's very, very detailed. As always, the fan blades look spot on. There's the engine strake. And there's that landing light again. Same on this side. Spinning fan blades, landing light, engine strake. Alright. Now we come to the wingtip, where we have the red navigation light and the strobe light. And now back onto the fuselage. We have the registration number, PH-BVA. Now it looks a bit odd. I think the orange, I'm pretty sure it's orange on the Netherlands flag. It's quite dark. Any of you who are very familiar with the Dutch flag, or anyone obviously from the Netherlands, tell me, but I think it looks quite dark, that orange or red on top. Flying Dutchman, that's what they have on every aircraft, and also the European Union flag, Boeing 777, and the KLM logo on the tail. Apu Exhaust looks very, very good. Strobe light above the exhaust as well. Very, very detailed. You know, even though these are Gemini Jets molds, JC Wings seem to be adding the extra details and doing a lot better with them. And, you know, this is why I guess people are really starting to move away from Gemini Jets, because there are better alternatives now. It's not all Gemini Jets for 1 to 200 scale. Let's adjust this wheel because it's gone sideways on the tug. Alright, so on the side, cockpit windows, window wipers, pitot tube static ports. Skyteam logo, Airfront's KLM logo. E-tops on the gear door. On the side, we have the aircraft name, but it's in English, the Hoge Veluwe National Park. KLM, Royal Dutch Airlines, titles. Front cargo container door. You can just see there the realistic landing light. KLM logo on the engine. And the green navigation light with the strobe light on this wingtip. Back onto the fuselage. We have the rear cargo container door, bulk bin door, Flying Dutchman registration number, PH-BVA, Netherlands flag, European Union flag, Boeing 777, and the KLM logo on the tail. Alright, so we'll take a look underneath the aircraft now. Alright, so we have the nose gear. Lots of markings, which is very good to see. Necker ducts, we have an antenna right there. Anti-collision light, hold for the stand, main gears and gear doors. Now, I think it's this wheel right here, the middle wheel on the left. That one is not glued in properly. Now, just for tips, if you have that problem, obviously pull it out, but put glue right on the tip of the there's a metal rod that goes to link each wheel, right? Now, put a tiny bit of glue on the tip of that rod, so the glue does not stick to the wheel and stick to the strut, which would obviously stop the wheel from rolling. That's the only way to, get around that. You only need a very, very tiny amount of glue, like just a pin drop of glue on the tip of the rod, because, you know, any more than that, it's probably going to overflow out of the hole where the rod goes into the wheel, and it will end up sticking. So you don't want that. So that's just a tip if you plan on gluing it back. Anyway, underneath the wing, flaps, slats, ailerons. Nice raked wingtip. There's the right here, the fuel dump valve. Underneath the engine, very, very detailed. And the same on this side, but with the registration number. Continuing down, a couple of antennas. There's the tail skid and the APU housing. Anti-collision light, some antenna markings. There's an antenna right there. ADF antennas. People were looking at the blending between the orange and the blue, and it's like pink, purple. It's correct. I mean, that's what you would get when you blend them, but it's quite subtle with that small strip. Well, it's not really a strip, but yeah, it's quite subtle the way they've blended it like that. Overwing emergency exits also got the no step markings. flap slats, ailerons and spoilers. On top of the engine. And the same on this side. Alright, continuing down, we have the SATCOM, it's just painted on. Couple of antennas. Okay, and then, yes, we have them. Okay, didn't see them at first. The leading edge of the horizontal stabilizers, 2 grey dots on each one. They are the logo lights that light up the tail at night time. I'm not going to reattach the tug to the wheel because I will be putting it on the stand. But what I will be doing now is going through the seating of this aircraft. Okay, so we have 2 versions. Version 1, we have World Business, 35 flatbed seats, rows 1 to 5. That's from here to here. We then have Economy Comfort, 40 seats, rows 9 to 12 and row 14. That's about here to here, and then from here to the back of the aircraft is all economy. 350 seats, rows 15 to 23, 30 to 43 and 50 to 63. That's a total of 425 seats. Version 2, which is this aircraft, World Business, 34 flatbed seats, rows 1 to 6. That is from, that's actually, that stretches quite a way, because in the first version, the configuration is 232 and the seats are smaller. But in this one, the seats are bigger. They don't all face forward, and it's 222. So it stretches from here to I think about here. And then we have Economy Comfort, 40 seats, rows 10 to 12 and row 14. That's from here to here. Then from here to the back of the aircraft is all economy. 334 seats, rows 15 to 22, 30 to 43 and 50 to 63, with a total of 408 seats. So that configuration is not so bad. Now onto some of the features of this aircraft. We have rolling landing gear. Well, they should be rolling. Some of them do roll, some of them don't. But it doesn't take away from how awesome this model is. Tilting landing gear, nose gear swivels, so that's all there. Now I just want to get onto this livery just real quick. So this livery was painted in June 2016, and it is called the Orange Pride livery, and it is to show support for the Dutch athletes competing, or that did compete, at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games. So they took the athletes to Rio and also brought them back with a big ceremony. So that was pretty cool. Right, now on to the stand. As always, we've got the plaque, KLM 777-300ER, scale 1 to 200. Nice wooden base. Got the film on the back. Just going to remove now. Okay. And we have padding on top of the stand, so the mold does not get scratched underneath. Alright, that looks fantastic on the stand. Now these gears are magnetic and can easily be removed and placed back on. These center gears, they're making them quite such a tight fit, which is good, very good thing, because when you roll them, it doesn't let the gears pivot so much on that magnet. Now the forward tilting isn't so good. That's what I've been concerned about lately with these 777s from Gemini and JC Wings, is that they don't tilt forward as they should. They tilted quite well on the previous mold, but not too big of an issue. And then when you do want it in the in-flight position on the stand, there are gear doors here to use if you want to. Alright, now we come to the end of this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. It's a fantastic model. I highly recommend you get one if you can. Please like this video if you did enjoy. Comment, tell me what you think of this model. Tell me if you're going to get it, or if you have got it. Subscribe for more. I'll be getting out a lot of reviews very soon. And share this video as well so other people can know about it and see if they want to get it as well. The aircraft just looks fantastic from every angle. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.